Yeah. I know a lot of folks, but they not like us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Hey, he dropped the banger on this.
Mm.
I don't care nothing about the battle. He dropped the.
He did drop today. Hey, both of the boys dropped some bangers, but this one right here just got that.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Oh.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
And we back with the newest installation episode of My Turn, My Truth. Because when it's your turn, you
tell your truth.
Hey, you better believe it. Right now, you're looking at the Rice Man. Who else we got?
Mackenzie.
Mata.
It's your girl Kim. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at m.kennedii. Y'all know.
You know
They
it.
not like us. Let me fade the track because I'm feeling this track a little bit now. Thing kind of going on. All right, we back. Happy Monday to us all. Happy Monday. How was the week? Everybody, the week was good?
It's good now. 3 days off. It's good now.
Okay, birthday coming up.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say that.
You do got the birthday
cared
coming
about
up.
me like that, but yeah, my birthday is coming up.
I always care. I
I'm talking to the audience.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
But,
like,
oh.
Yeah, it's my Kobe year.
All right.
yes,
all
sir.
right. All right.
The big 2-4.
Joker getting married, birthday coming. I mean, everything. You kind of doing a little bit of
Living
everything.
it up, just changing your life on up.
That fast.
Living your best life.
Okay, son.
Ain't going back and forth.
Moke, what's your shirt say over there? Let me.
It says, be good to people for no reason.
Hey, all
That's
right.
good. That's good.
That's hard.
Killing them with kindness.
Yep.
Did you make it?
No.
Well, she makes shirts, guys. So tap in on
How
her.
about this one from Walmart?
Okay.
Hey, Walmart sells shirts too. I got me some shirts from
Hey, you
Walmart.
came back
I might
out.
have got
And
this.
pants.
I know,
And
right?
Pants, jeans too.
I got these pants from Walmart
Okay,
too.
what you say about my leaves?
And my socks, actually.
Okay, nothing about it.
Hey,
Okay.
dog.
Walmart
Me
has
either.
some good stuff, not just food
And book bags.
That's right.
or hygiene products.
Hey, somebody said they were taking the Great Value brand off the shelf.
No.
They can
the
take
apple
some, but that
juice.
apple juice got
Yeah,
to
they got to
stay.
keep
Hey,
that
man.
great value apple juice.
We so used to that Great Value brand.
And them Fruity Pebbles. You
Yeah.
Now, some things you can't go Great Value with. You gotta
Right,
buy,
right.
you know,
Yeah,
like
the
regular
real
brand.
name
like
brand.
napkins, toilet tissue. Buy
Hey.
that. Go ahead and buy that Charmin.
Yeah, but
Do that.
that Great Value might rub your skin clean off on the backside, but I don't
Be
know.
too thin. Don't want it too thin either.
Well-
the whole roll.
But what's up to everybody out there? Everybody who's joining us, we appreciate it. People who've always joined us, we appreciate it. Know that you can watch us at My Turn, My True podcast on YouTube. That's what we need. Hey, I mean, I gotta look at the thing scrolling by, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And on Instagram at My Turn, My Truth. If you go on the Instagram, we finna start loading the page up.
Yeah.
We haven't really been loading the page up with a lot of material because most people reach out to us on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying to, push everybody over because we want to monetize this. We're doing this for the love, but we also want to do it for a little money as well. So if you can hit subscribe on YouTube, we really appreciate that even more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every dollar count.
That's because that's free money for y'all. Just to go in there and subscribe, show your love.
Show
That's
your
the
love,
free
man.
way to do it. And then somebody else just pay us.
That's right. So if y'all have something that you want us to promote or say on here, because we probably gonna be getting into a little advertisement today.
Mm-hmm.
We'll run a couple of spots, but if you do have something that you want us to preview on the show, hit us up.
Hit us up.
It's just that easy.
Right.
So let's
Easy
see.
breezy.
Talking points today.
Talking points. Let's get into it.
We seem like we do a little more, have a more viewership and have a more wider conversation when we're talking relationships.
Yeah.
And things of that nature, and one thing that we're trying to do with our platform, we are trying to build our community, help our community.
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
And that's one of the biggest things we're trying to do. We're trying to, create a better value for our people, increase our home life, make sure that we're better at home, make sure that we're better in the streets, making sure that we do our best to try to stop the violence and stop some of the things that are going on, make us aware of things around us. Because if you're not aware, then you kind of
You're
naive to it.
Yeah,
we're talking about things you don't even know about, but we want to keep you in tune with what's going on around you so you can be prepared about it.
Right.
That's right. So we got a couple of videos we want to watch and talk about today.
Yeah.
So I'll start off with, let's see which one I really want to start with. Let's see. Which would be good?
Sure.
We'll start with this one. Let's start with this one.
Let's just do it.
That's right. We're just going to do it more. I said do it. So here we go. Maybe I don't have the volume up, but we're going to see. Let me make sure I got this on.
Yeah, while he's watching, let's just give God a hand.
You got to have that.
Isn't he good?
All right. Here we go.
Just really quick, you're right, because I did that, and you got to take.
All right, so we're gonna start this from the beginning, and let me figure out how. Let's see.
You got it.
Well, how do I go?
I think it may have to run its course and
we're gonna
accountability.
Let it run.
How do I feel about black women? And to answer that, the reason why I don't date them a lot of the times isn't necessarily because of the way that they look. It's because a lot of the behaviors that's championed in that community. Now, with that said, I've dated plenty of black girls before that were feminine and submissive and weren't a headache, but I've dated a lot. I've dealt with a lot that were headaches, and I've come to realize in that culture, unfortunately, it's championed to be strong and independent and not respect male authority in the black community, because a lot of them are fatherless, and since they're fatherless, they don't have that masculine authority to let them know, hey, you need to follow a man's lead. Women, a lot of the times from black communities, unfortunately, grew up in a single mother household where she tells them niggas ain't shit. Then she has a sister that says niggas ain't shit. The music perpetuate niggas ain't shit. And then what ends up happening is they grow up and then they don't have a general respect for men. And then they meet you, and then you get a lot of those toxic traits coming into you because they weren't naturally taught how to be a lady. They were very masculinized since birth because they didn't have a man figure.
You're right. Wait, let me just tell them this. Let me just say this. You're absolutely right. Just really quick, you're right, because I did that, and you got to take self-accountability.
How do I feel about...
Okay.
That was a mouthful.
So we're going to get back to that.
Okay.
Whew, okay. Let me get some laughter going right here so we lighten the mood a little bit. All right, it ain't nothing to laugh about. All right, so basically he was saying he dated a lot of people, and sometimes he dates out of his race. He's dated some women within his race that were submissive and understanding and everything like that, but he feels like the majority was not. And he was explaining his reasoning of why he sometimes looked outside of his race because of, I think it's some of the cultural differences. And I feel like it's cultural. I do. And I think that Morgan has her hand raised. She's ready to jump. She's jumping at the bit over there. What you got, big girl?
I just think a lot of times you pick, like, you can kind of see, you're talking about like how the music says, you can see what they listen to, how they act, who they listen to before you choose to get with them. I think a lot of the time is y'all be attracted by what y'all see and not really the mindset. Then when y'all get there, it's kind of like, that kind of wears off. But like, y'all got to, stop being attracted to certain types of people, because I don't even think it's just us. I think it's just the type of people that you're attracted to, and the type of people that you're going after, and the mindset that they have specifically. I don't think you should group
I think
everybody together.
I definitely agree with that. Don't group everybody together, and which I don't think that he necessarily did. And I think he did address the point too, as far as being attracted, because you don't know the personality of a person until you actually start hanging out with them or dating them or whatever the case may be. You wouldn't pick that up from just looking at somebody and saying, oh, I think she's attractive and I want to see if we can start a relationship or whatever the case may be. But what I will say is,
go ahead and say it, baby. Go ahead.
This conversation to me is getting so bored and so tiresome.
Okay.
Because I really feel like a lot of times it's pinning people up, and mainly the Black couples up against each other. Why I marry a Black woman, or why I marry a white woman, or why I marry a Black man, or why I marry a white man, because of the personality traits within both the men and the women. This is personally about the women at this point, but to me, I feel like it's just wearing me out personally. Because on TikTok, it's just like the backwards and the forth, and I'm like, okay, why can't we just appreciate all love? Love is love, and you can't help who you fall in love with. Why it got to be a reason why I dated this person, or a reason why they this color, or a reason why they that color? Why can't it be just that I fell in love with that person? And a lot of times what I feel personally and what I see is that when Black men date outside their race, and not all Black men, because my son is married to a white woman, which she is a beautiful woman inside and out, and we love her. So it ain't even like that at all. But a lot of times when Black men, they get on these podcasts, start talking about why they date outside their race, is always an excuse at the Black woman's expense. Why can't it be that that's just what you wanted, or that's just what you like?
That's what you prefer.
My thing.
Right.
Because I'm with Mama on why can't it just be love is love and the back and forth. First of all, I'm not explaining to nobody why I'm with somebody of a different race. I'm with them because I want to be with them, and that's it, and that's all. Because why are we on there explaining ourselves? Why I gotta explain why I married Timmy and he's white? I mean,
Timmy,
come on.
Not Timmy.
Also, to Mom's point, a lot of times now we live in social media. You can see these people's personality by their posts, because I can go on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook right now and pull up these girls.
So you say do a profile check. Do a profile check.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of times our generation, you can find these things out before you start trying to date. And then it's just like, okay, well, it seems like if you've dated so many of these people that's what you kind of attracted to. The mindset that you're attracted to. They keep gravitating towards you and you keep gravitating back towards them. That's your fault at some point.
All right. What I would say, first of all women matter.
Clock it.
I love it. All women matter.
Before I say my piece, like
say your piece, baby. Say
my
your
mom
piece.
said, I do have a wife that is of Caucasian descent. So before I started talking about Black women and Black women that I've talked to, I just want to put that out there. I don't care whether Black man or white man or Black woman or white woman. Gotta say, because that's my wife.
That's what I'm saying.
You can feel some type of way, but that's not that's just a little disclaimer.
That's a disclaimer, honey. And it's disclaimer.
Now run your truth.
When
tell your truth, son.
I think if I had one word to describe a Black woman, and again, no diss to any other woman, because you might have these, characteristics or stuff, but this is for them. It's their time. But a word that describes a Black woman, like I see my mom, my sister, my family, and even some of my friends, is strong.
Okay.
So let's talk about it, son.
And to me personally, strength isn't a personality.
Oh.
That's just who you are, and that's just what you got. If you're strong, you're born strong for the most part. I mean, you can work out, but they are naturally strong, maybe because of the, oppression, the times that they've been through. So, to my men, you got to be strong, dog. I mean, not even in a bad way.
I hear what you're saying.
Not even in no bad way, not be a pushover, because even if you have a wife that loves you, my dad and my mom been together for 20-something years, almost 30 years. And
over that, baby.
Over that, yeah. And I mean, they never cheated, they never did nothing like that. They live happily ever after, but he has to be strong.
Because she ain't going. Period, Ma. She ain't going.
There's no personality. She don't watch the music videos, the Sexy Red. She listens to the Shekinah Glory and cleans the house on Saturdays. But he has to be strong.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's important.
Yeah.
Well, I want to go another way on this.
Another route.
I do agree with my son 100%.
However.
And I want to say hello to a bunch of people that's watching. I want to say, Vet, you watching again. I sure appreciate it.
We appreciate
Marielle, I know she watching. What's up?
Yes,
my daughter
baby.
Hi,
right now.
Mary.
Lena Whitfield, Christina Dawson. What's up? What's up?
We can't see
Sheena
them.
McCoy, that's my girl too. What's up, Sheena? Kevin Johnson's watching. Camille. Man, what's up, Camille? I ain't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing well.
Hey,
And
y'all.
everything like that.
We would have said hey, but we can't see y'all from our view. So,
Uh-oh.
but hey, we
Make
happy
sure
you're
y'all
there.
pitch in and say what y'all have to
And
say
make sure
as
y'all
well.
subscribe since he calling y'all out. Y'all call our page.
Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a slightly different slant
Take
on
it.
this.
We want you to.
I think it's just not about who you like. He was talking about. I think he was making a hint at submissiveness, which he actually did say.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I feel. I think it starts in the home.
Yes.
And I think men, we have perpetuated this. We are much to blame for what we see here.
Yes.
And I think and if you look at the number or percentage of cultures, races, that the men are not in the home, we are number one at that.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to own that, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
I know sometimes it's hard to deal with the woman, but a lot of times it's just us. We just ain't there. And I think that's most of the time. Right. And if we show the interest and wanted to be in our child's life, we could.
Right.
I know there's some women out there that's,
just
gonna
vindictive.
block that and vindictive, but we're not talking about that. But when you know that we have the highest percentage of males not in the home, we know that there's the highest percentage of our women that grow up not having a father figure as the head. Okay? Mm-hmm. So when you see mom submitting to dad, then you end up growing up with a different value system.
That's
You've
true.
seen it before. You have a reference point to my mom, dad was the head, and mom submits to dad, and I submit to dad, and my brother submits to dad, and everybody submits to dad because he's the head.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't grow up with that and you just had moms, and you submitted to moms, because everybody submitted to moms, and moms did a damn good job. So mothers out there, we're going to have to give you props because you do it solo.
Amen.
You do it solo more than any other race of women doing it solo.
Right.
You do it solo the most.
Right.
And we got to applaud you and give you that. But what that creates is a daughter that has never submitted to a man.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Never seen it done intimately. Don't really
That's good.
know. And you know that mom made it. Mom thugged it out. Mom did her damn thing. So you're like, mom, your mom's props, and mom saying, look, I did it. You can do it too. But now when you meet a dude and he needs you, he wants you to be a little more submissive. You don't have a reference point to that.
I think I think that's a real good talking point, and that is real. That is a real live scenario that is in our culture.
Right.
But the thing is, how eloquently and how passionately and how intellectually you put that, you have men getting on the internet just dogging Black women out.
Yeah.
And that's the part that I don't like. Because my thing is, he didn't do that. I'm not saying that he did that.
He put it very well.
But he didn't put it as good as my baby, though. But anyways, it's a lot of, to me, I feel like it's a lot of, on the internet, it's a lot of tit for tat. And I feel like when we're going at each other, and it's a young lady that had put out there on TikTok, that when our community is pinned against each other and when we're talking about each other and when we put each other down, that's when you go viral the most.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like something that you want to perpetuate in our community. And it's only our community that, and I'm not saying it's the only one that does that, but it's just like we embrace that culture.
I agree with to an extent to that.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of that is true. But right now we're talking about if I'm looking for a woman and with you, I'm getting a lot of, I can do this by myself. I don't need no man. I mean, I do this and do this. And hold on, you can talk to me like we got the hand motions. We got we pulling hair. We're doing some of the stuff that we're doing, and we real, strong. And you're looking for submissive, and you're not looking at the cause. You're looking at the effect.
Yeah, you're just looking at what you're getting, the action.
And But when you're looking for a mate, that's what you most primarily, you know, focused on the action. I'm trying to do this, and she's less submissive. She's more strong, and that's an acquired taste. A lot of people can't handle that or don't want to handle
but
that.
But then it's just, I'm sorry, baby.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, well, for me, it's going to be like how my dad said. I had a father in the home and everything. And let me just say, it's a lot of people on here online, and I know some people who done posted stuff like this personally, and y'all have to give us something to submit to. First of all, let's just put it there. Because what Miss Tamika said last time, because what you're not going to do is submit me straight to hell. Exactly.
Shout out to Tamika.
You're not going to do that. You got to, like, and I'm not bashing what y'all have said, because it is a very good point. But a lot of y'all just, y'all got.
But what about the guys that said the other people I'm looking at, I ain't really had to give them a reason. My only reason they submitting me because I am a man and I'm the head of this relationship.
Okay, but then
hold on. Understand that the passion gonna come out.
Yeah.
But you saying give me a reason, and some other people are saying you're a man, you're my man. That's the only reason that I need.
Okay, and I'm saying,
but that's not. I don't think I didn't hear that from her.
But I heard.
I didn't hear that from her.
Give me something to submit to.
What I'm saying is, a lot of these men that are saying this, and I'm not saying him because I really don't know. A lot of them are single. A lot of the single ones are the ones putting this stuff out there, and I'm just saying, like, even for us to even get with y'all, submit to y'all, all this stuff, like. You broke. You ain't got this. Like, and I'm not saying that.
Well,
but
I'm just
saying, like,
I want to chime in. So I hear what you saying, and I hear what your dad's saying. So Marlon is just talking about the Christian order, or the order of morality of being submissive, because we are all submissive beings. We're all supposed to be submissive in a hierarchy. And then within that hierarchy is God, is man, then is the wife, then is the kids. So that is the natural and the spiritual order of submission. I get that. And so Marlon is saying, because this is the way that things should be, you have our community that bump up against that. And Marlon and the guy has both said the reasons and why that can be done with our Black women, because of the single mothers, no fathers in the household, blah, blah, blah. And then you have other communities that are more freely able to submit just because that's my man.
Because they're used to seeing what submission looks like.
Right. So, and it's a plight on both sides. So you have to fix it on both sides. It ain't a you doing this and then you doing that, and you ain't doing this and you ain't doing that. I think if we take that out of the equation, we can start getting closer to what it should look like for us. Because if we are always pointing a finger at one or the other, it's not going to ever, I don't think it'll ever be fixed. But I will say also to Morgan's point, that like how men look at what they want in a woman, women also are looking at what they want in a man. And so women, I feel like women can be submissive because, again, we are created to be so. But a woman also have to, and it ain't even about a house and a car, none of that. No. It's about stability. It's about am I safe with you? If I feel like if I'm safe with you, then I can be submissive to you because I know you got me. I know you go protect me at all being. I know you ain't gonna have me out here looking like no dang on fool. If I'm gonna say if you want me to say I'm your man and I'm submitting to you, but then you ain't all liking everybody's stuff in everybody inboxes, doing all that, but you still want somebody to be submissive to you. You want me to be submissive to you, and Shay Shay and Nene and Kiki and all of them to be submissive to you too? I mean,
all right, and I hear that. I hear that. I'm saying once you say he's my man, submission comes with it. And if you don't want that to be your man, then don't let that be your man. But once you say, dude, I have selected you, we select each other. I'm going to be your man. That comes with it. Then if you don't want to do that, then don't take on a man. And I'm saying to men, because once you take them on, submission come with it.
It come with it, correct.
It don't come with if then statement.
With it.
It don't come. Then don't be with a dude that's not.
But
that,
see,
that you don't. Hold on. I'm just saying, don't be with a dude that you don't feel safe with.
Correct.
So, but once you say, I'm gonna be with this dude, this is what I must do. And men likewise. Once you select a woman and say, I'm gonna be with her, making her feel safe and protected and making sure you're doing everything financially that you can comes with it. The love comes with it. It comes with it. So if you just checking for a chick, but I'm talking about relationships.
Right. And Ursula said that's marriage.
I'm talking about relationships too, because when you're in a relationship, you're auditioning for a marriage. If you don't exude the things that a wife should exude, I'm not going to select you to be a wife. And that comes prior.
We get that.
Prior to, so
and
you're going to
have prior to.
So you're going to have to act wifely before you become a wife.
Correct.
I'm going to have to act husbandly. Correct. Before I become a husband. So there are things that you're going to have to act and do before you get the role.
Okay, I agree with that. And I'm asking, like, what's the time limit for that? Because if you think, I'm just saying because men, because if you think that I just said, yes, I'm going to be your girlfriend. And right now I'm going to start submitting to everything you say. And we ain't even been dating for 4 months, 2 weeks, and it's just like everything you say, I'm supposed to just roll with it.
Well, I want to answer that. Can I answer that from a woman's?
That's not being submissive.
Yeah,
that's just doing what he say do.
Right. I want to answer from.
And a lot of men get that mixed up.
They do. A lot of men do get,
or people in general,
right? And that's what I was going to say. If we take the word submissive out and say that I just want to allow my man to lead, that's submissiveness. You're allowing your man to lead, and you're trusting that when he's leading y'all to the place where y'all need to be. So that's a form of submission. And I feel like, and I do want to shout out Chelsea's comment. She says submission, safe place, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And I totally agree with that, sis. And Marlon did touch on that as well. But I think that submission has gotten such a taboo around it that when we say the word, or when men say, or when it's coming from a man, I guess I would say, women hear control. I'm not gonna let a man control me. They feel like when you put the word submissive in there, I'm allowing a man to control me. And I feel like that's why a lot of Black women act the way they act, because they feel like ain't no N-word go control me.
But then if they had a father in the home, you submitted to him, you'd be more suited to submit to your dude.
Correct.
So I'm going back to the fact that men, we got to own a lot of this.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that this is just a woman problem. I'm saying this is a guy problem as well, because we're not in the home. My daughter knows that, I'm the head of the household.
Right.
But I don't just boss her around and tell her what to do.
Right.
Like my son said, you got to be strong. So I know I can't do that, and that's not what I do.
Right.
But when I say submission, when Black people hear submission and wives is different, but you submit to your boss at work
every day.
If your boss says you're going to lunch at between 2 and 3, that's what you're going to do. If he say you're going to do it this way, that's what you're going to do. When you say you handle it this way and don't say this, you're not going to say it. If he say when you're talking to a customer, do not say this, you're not going to say it. Submission is everywhere. But when we get in the home, we got a problem. I know that people submit to their pastors different than they submit to their husbands. And that ain't right. I know some people who submit to their supervisor, their boss, or their manager, or senior manager at work, but don't submit to their husband. That ain't right. Because you're giving one more authority than you give the other one. And you should give no one more authority than you give your husband. Right. Because that's the one that's going to be there taking care of you when you're sick, paying your bills. And when you need me to run to the store because you need some headache medicine, I'm going to go get it. Well, you need me to take care of you and do this right here, I'm going to do it. When you say I need this from the store, I'm going to do it. Your boss at work not going to do that.
Right.
Your manager at work not going to do that. Amen. Your pastor not going to do that. He's not going to be there with a thermometer and taking care of you slick and rubbing you down and paying your bills. If you show me a pastor that pay your bills, Dean, I'm gonna say something else going
You
on.
need to worry about that pastor.
Yeah.
You need to worry about that manager.
I'm gonna say what's going on. So if if you can give your supervisor that respect,
Yeah.
and your pastor that respect, why can't you give your husband that submission?
I agree with that.
No, that's real talk right there.
For me,
And
I
I'm
would
sorry.
say
Go ahead.
it's kind of hard now, especially in our generation, because he was like a younger guy. He looked closer to my age than y'all's. But I would just say like it's hard because I did grow up with my dad in the house, so it's like somebody better act like my dad. And
Well,
you
I
got a
mean-
lot to live up to. I mean, obviously, you're not gonna act like my dad at 20.
But I was gonna say
or
that. I mean,
21.
that's but like your dad said, you're auditioning, so you see the qualities and you see the traits.
Right.
We're not saying that somebody is gonna be 51-year-old man. You 51?
Mhm.
Yeah.
A 51-year-old man.
Thanks for telling my age for everybody to hear.
Okay, being 51 is a
More
blessing.
life,
That's a
babe.
blessing.
But I own my 5-1.
And that's
Go
right.
ahead, babe.
So, anyways, so you're not going to expect a 21-year-old to have the wisdom and knowledge that he has, but you're going to see the fruit that's where he's headed.
Yes.
Right.
And then,
Amen.
and that leads to Ursula's point that she put out there. So, if you know this man is not ready
That's
to
right,
lead, then why marry
Right.
him?
I agree.
So, you need to be looking at the fruit and the character of a person, because that is going to tell the story.
Right.
Even if a person can do a lot of talk.
Yeah.
A person can show what they want you to see online and on the internet, and that is not always going to tell the full story.
Hop to put my whole birthday out there.
Thank you, Hop. Thank you.
What's up,
I
dog?
agree. I agree with Mom, and I think a lot of what I could say, what I have seen from my generation and people that I'm like around, I think a lot of the problem is for this auditioning process, y'all are just jumping into relationships without getting to know people first.
Right.
I think that's a lot of the problem. You would realize that you're not compatible with this person mentally if y'all hang out and y'all can go on dates without, oh, this is my boyfriend. Let's go hang out. Let's talk. Let's have actual
Right,
conversations instead of going to sit at the movies and not say a word to each other. Let's see how each other's mind work before we just hop and say,
I
you
will
know,
say,
I'm your boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend.
Okay, so that's good.
I will say, submissive is not easy. So nowhere in this
Right.
did we say submissive was easy.
All
There was
right.
going to be a piece of cake. There was going to be just a dog walk. When I hear submissive, I think of compromise. Every relationship
Mhm.
I've ever been in,
Amen.
friendship, relationship, mentorship,
Absolutely.
I have to compromise. So I have to give something to get something.
Mm-hmm.
And when I hear, submissive and stuff, a lot of people just don't want to be tied down. Again, like we already talked about, you can't have first of all, like Dad was saying, it's our community problem too, but I feel like it's the culture problem as well. The
Mhm.
music we listen to, you can't have a hot girl summer with a boyfriend. That's dead.
Right.
You
That's
can't have
hard.
a hot dude summer with a girlfriend. That's dead. There's some things you're gonna have to compromise, gonna have to give if you really want that person.
That's true.
Now, is your thought life, your manhole life, or whatever you want to call it, is that better
Not man,
than
ho.
your future husband or wife? No, that's up to you. So,
Yeah.
but since it's up to you, you need to make that choice with them knowing.
And
let
own
them
it.
know and own it. Because if you just want to be out here doing what you want to do, then being submissive is not for you right now.
Right. And I do feel like in your 20s, teens and 20s, you're going to be having a relationship with potential people. You're going to be marrying potential.
Right.
Because
What is a hot girl?
how many dudes making 6 figures that's 21,
Right.
22, 23,
But like you said,
24,
like-
25.
yeah.
So you're marrying someone who has ambition,
Yes.
but not
Yes.
have yet realized
Yes.
the true potential of their ambition. And you're looking at a woman who's saying, I know this woman gonna stick by me and she's gonna support me and edify me and push me and in turn I'm gonna do anything that she want. But she don't got it yet. You don't have it yet. So when you're young, you are marrying potential.
And you
So,
bet you got to be.
so there's something to be said about waiting till you're a little bit more mature
Mhm.
to make
True.
your marriage suggestion.
Can I
selection,
shout out
you know,
Auntie
but-
Tracy? She's on here. Hey, Auntie.
What's up, T?
Hey
More?
sis, hey sis, hey sis. But before I get into my point, because I want to comment on Marlon about the potential and the ambition. But Ursula said she keep hearing hot girl summer, and she want to know what is a hot girl summer. Ursula, I can't tell you, hun. I don't know.
I can tell you.
Okay, well, he can tell you. I
Hot
can't
girl
tell
summer,
you.
when they gonna go thought off, they
Yes.
gonna go have a
That's it.
hot girl summer. You might see them on the Cancun video or girls wilding out video.
Orange
The Freak Neat. This
Yeah.
is type of
Yeah,
like, I'm
hot
just
girl
gonna
summer
go.
activity. Do me.
Do
Do I
me.
want
So
to
there's a
do?
vibe
Go
with
to
no
every single
reservations
party.
whatsoever.
There's a viral video now. Columbus just went viral again for girls and twerking on cop
Yeah.
cars and doing all that
Yeah.
stuff.
That's
And
Yeah,
absolutely.
all of
Look
y'all
on
have
top,
seen
huh?
the girls going
Like,
wild
that's-
video.
That's
Okay. Oh, girl. Okay,
that's
girl.
kind of like I do what I
And
want.
it's ridiculous.
So
Let
we,
me say,
so we
as
done
a
got
black
that out the
woman.
way for you, Ursula. And then she kind of leading into my point because she said he can make 6 figures, but that still doesn't make him a man, and it doesn't make him someone that you can submit to. Absolutely, because those now some of those type ones sometimes be the most controlling ones and giving you the version of submit that you really don't want.
Wow.
But what I wanted to say
If
is
you can't submit to him, that's not your man.
right,
Amen.
but I'm saying to what she's saying, her point was not the point of not being able to submit, but just saying that if you only go submit because he's making 6 figures,
Yes, not to do that.
that don't necessarily mean that he's a husband figure to submit to just because he's making 6 figures.
Well, I thought that just
Yeah.
means you're
But-
a gold digger.
It does.
Right.
If we call it like that, I mean that means you money hungry.
Right. But what I will
Not you, Ursula. I'm not talking about you.
no, she was just
Oh, okay.
she didn't want
She
to
was
post
giving a
the point.
disclaimer.
Okay.
But what I want to say about we have to be very careful too with marrying potential and marrying ambition. I do definitely agree with Marlon because of course we met at a very young age and we were children. So we did marry each other not knowing specifically where we was going to
Right.
end up, but we saw the intention and we saw the fruit there. We saw the home training, we saw the characteristics of each other, and so we knew that okay, this is the person that I can grow with.
Right.
So we're not just saying, oh well, he has potential to be this or she has the ambition,
Right. Everybody has
ambition to do
potential.
that. We're telling you that when you're looking at a relationship and you're starting a relationship with potential and with and young with potential and with ambition, you are looking at a track record of what those people are doing and
Right.
they're putting behind the work of what you think you see.
Right.
Because if they just doing a lot of lip service and you ain't seeing no action behind it, you have to question that
Because you
potential.
know who else had potential?
Who that?
Adolf Hitler. Osama bin Laden.
Okay.
People like that, they grew up, they probably, oh, that man's a good guy. He's going to do some things great. He
I
did
think
great
everybody
things.
has
He did horrible
potential.
great things.
But
right.
I just think that going back to how it was meant to be
Right.
is the most important
Yes.
thing.
Going back to the
Amen.
roots, man.
When God made Eve, he made Eve to help Adam.
Yeah.
And so Adam wouldn't be alone.
Right.
Eve didn't say,
Hell
I don't
no.
know, Adam, you ain't got enough flowers in your garden. you
Right.
know, this
Amen.
is, I don't know. She submitted to Adam because that was
her
he-
man.
he was
that was her husband.
Adam.
Yeah.
So, and I think that we look at it, and I'm gonna say something that probably is gonna get a lot of
Say it because
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
I'm gonna say what I
I
got to
ain't worried
say.
about none of these
Um,
folks, any comments.
but you know,
Boy.
it's different. I work, all right,
Mhm.
and I'm a manager.
Yes.
So when I apply for a job, and to the head, the person I'm applying for the job for is the head.
Mhm.
Yes.
I have said, I know a lot of people have heard this, the people in Gen X generation, my generation have said, look, my job is to make you look good.
Yeah.
That's my job. And when you look good, I look good.
Mhm.
Right.
And we will grow together. If
Mm.
I make you look good enough, you get promotion, you promote me. As good as I push you, I go
Yes.
with you.
Amen.
Right.
All
I
right.
agree with that.
And I think that's the mentality that needs to be. And I look at it like women
I
to
agree.
men. I look at it like, look, I'm gonna make you look good,
Mm.
but you doggone better take care of me because
Yes, I agree.
that's what it's
And
gonna
we
be.
grow together.
We
That
grow
is-
together.
Yeah.
I don't never want to usurp you and go on top of you. I'm just saying that I'm gonna make you look good.
Yeah.
But
that
then-
that mentality I just feel like it's gone.
Or
that
never,
doesn't mean-
or
right.
it was never trained.
Because
It
that
was
doesn't
never
mean I'm
trained.
better than you.
Right. Doesn't mean I'm better than
That's
you.
not what that means.
It just mean like, I know my job is to help you.
That's good.
Right.
So when women go into it, like Eve was made for Adam to help him, if that's the mentality, and in turn, when I'm looking at my employees, like I'll let you go early, I'll let you leave early for work today. I'll let you come in a little late because you got your son. I'll let you do this. So in turn, when I need something,
Jesus,
I'm gonna expect you to get it back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do this stuff for you. I'm gonna make sure you have a great environment to work at.
Jesus.
But in turn, when I need you, when I say I need you to stay late today,
Right.
I don't want to hear nothing about it because I have continued to give to you, and now that I need something and you don't want to do it, you say, "Oh, you want me to stay late? It's Friday. I got to." You know what I do on Fridays? I got to get out on Fridays, and I'm like, "What about all the times?" I just so it's just knowing your role.
Amen.
She said,
"You knowing your role."
Loyal employee is what you get out of that, and no boss loves anything more than a loyal employee.
No
If you're loyal, I'm gonna pour into my most loyal people.
Absolutely.
But I need you to show me loyalty first. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
well, I hear you and I agree with you, but it was one thing that you said in there that I'm kind of taken back with when you said, because if my manager come to me and I don't necessarily agree with what she says, I am going to say whatever to her.
all right.
That I'm not going to be insubordinate. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I'm not going to do any of that thing. But I am going to speak what I feel. If it's something that needs to be spoken on,
there is no problem.
Right, but you said, but when I tell you to do it, you just do it. And I think that's the point where I think women get taken back with submission when they hear statements like that.
But you missed the statement. What said every time you needed something.
I heard that statement.
I did it. Hold on. I just want to make sure I preface that for all the women out there that are listening. I prefaced it when you needed something. I did it. Mm-hmm. So when I need something, I have an expectation.
Right.
So that doesn't mean you can't express your discontent.
Because I've told my
But if
boss,
I tell you now the service level, I needed you to do 30 hours. Now I need you to do 40. And if you want to tell me I think 40 is unfair, and I'll take that under advisement. But guess what I need you to do? 40.
Right.
So yes, I'm not saying that don't say nothing and be quiet as a mouse and tiptoe around me. I'm not saying that.
Even then,
I'm just saying that
the employee,
when I give everything to make sure you're happy, when I do need something, I expect you to return that.
So
Agreed.
From what you're saying and and I agree that Dad and this guy are more alike in what they're saying. But I have seen other videos and other people where I'm thinking that, submission is getting mixed in with other things.
Right. That's why I broke that out, because people hear certain things that they got a disdain for and they're not listening to the entire picture, and they pull out one thing and then be like, this is the reason why, or this is the reason I can't, or this is the reason I want, because I'm not going to do this.
Right.
But you're not looking at the whole message.
And I think a lot of the problem with the relationships today, like I think Mom had already touched on that, is what can I get? And I think a lot of that is with women today as well. And I will say, I will put that on a lot of women, because a lot of women just want out of a relationship. Like we said before, you can't want to be a wife. I mean, you can't want a husband and don't want to be a wife. Same thing with you can't want a wife and don't want to be a husband.
But it's just the fact to the matter is, if you are you ready to be those things?
Yes, that's
because when you're and Ursula said it earlier, you got to be. You're talking about marrying. You're talking about a marriage, and are you ready to be a wife?
Right.
And are you ready to be a husband, or are you just out there having fun, like Mackenzie said, having a hot girl summer or a whole summer, or a thought over there summer, or whatever the case may be. So it's like, what path are you currently on?
And my thing is, don't get them confused. If you're not ready to get married, if you want to keep having a hot girl summer, do that. By all means, do that.
Exactly.
Please do that.
That's the problem.
Go on your trips, do that.
That's the problem now.
Don't drag All right,
That's the
and that goes
problem
for
now.
men too. Don't drag. If you're going to be out in the streets
I'm with you.
and going to all these places, don't drag the other person.
That's a lot of the problem. They want their cake and they want to eat it too.
Yeah,
It's just
no,
like
it's
gotta
like
be-
you're this or that.
No,
Pick
it's like you
one.
know you have a good thing and you
Right.
want this good thing to wait on you while you go over there and sow your wild oats. And I'm talking about men and women. I ain't talking about
Right.
just men because women do that too.
I'm with you.
And you want to hold this good thing off to the side, but you want to do everything else until you're ready to calm down.
Right.
No, it don't work
And
that way.
that's why that's it. That is not your girl. That is not your man. Y'all just figure it out.
Yeah.
And I think
Ursula said, but they need to get their ass together while they have these hot boys summers and hot girl summers.
Right, because
Yes.
all the
Right.
good girl summers and good boy summers, they're not waiting on you.
yeah.
Oh,
They're
boy.
not-
What happened? The clearance rack.
Clearance rack.
Clearance rack.
They're not waiting on you.
Clearance rack.
When you-
$5
when you
off.
And we
40
ain't calling
yeah.
nobody sheep, but
When
we
you're
just saying
42 and you a manager with no husband or kids or nothing like that, and
and I wonder why
and
you can't
wonder
get
why
a man
yeah,
or can't get a woman.
you buy one can of soup at the stove, trying to look desperate.
Or-
My
Let you know.
homegirl, I just want to give a shout out real quick. We can continue. My homegirl, C. Coop, Casey Cooper watch. What's up, Casey?
Hey.
Hey,
And my
hey.
girl, my boy Robert Lassiter watch.
What's going on?
What's
Hey,
up,
hey,
Rob?
hey, hey, hey.
And Mackenzie, to what you said.
Felicia Motley watch. What's up, Felicia?
Hey.
Hey,
To what you
sis.
said, Mackenzie, about you're only buying one can of soup. You 42 with no wife and no women. I feel like you 42 with 16 baby daddies, 16 baby mamas, and now you want somebody to come and be a dad and
Because
be
I ain't dealing with none of them niggas.
somebody else.
Sorry.
Like, and it's just
I ain't
like,
dealing
no, because when you had your chance, this is what you wanted to do.
But I just think that men and women, hold on,
Mhm.
let me make sure I'm on. All right, men and women, submission is learned at home.
It is.
Even when you a young girl, and if your mom is not your best friend but your mama, like you're supposed to be,
Right.
you learn submit. You submit to your moms.
Mackenzie making the sound.
You submit to moms.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
I
me and
submitted to
mama
my
are
mom when I
close.
was in the house because I knew my mom was the head
Right.
Yes.
of the house at the time. So mom said something that was law.
Right.
And why can't we look at? We have to kind of mirror submission somewhere. We've learned it because we've all submitted. We all submit. We all
We know how. We all know how.
We know how.
But
now.
when it comes from certain people, we just don't
right,
want to.
we just know that
It's a
sometimes
choice.
we don't want to. It's a
And
It's a
choice.
again, back to what the initial conversation was, my wife is Caucasian.
Mhm.
She had no problem. Like, even when we was dating, she thought we was married. And I was like, hold on. You feel me? Hold on. And no diss because we married now, but I was like, hey, so, hey, calm down. You feel me? You're moving a little fast. But again, it was learned at home because
Yeah, the
her
difference in
parents,
culture.
Mr. Sai and Miss Barb, are good. They're my parents now because of that. Like, they have shown her the way and the light to be the woman she is, which the woman I love, because what she was taught at home. So
Right.
again, it goes back
That's
to what Dad
right.
was saying. It's taught at home.
And I do want to get a shout out to that family because they are a beautiful family.
Yes, sir.
family.
The
And,
Harrisons.
and I'm telling you, when they get married, it's like, okay, we all get married because they totally have blended. They totally want us involved.
Right.
With
and they-
everything.
And they want to be involved. And sometimes Barb, she'll come on and participate with the podcast, and that's a beautiful thing, people. So that's why I say you love who you love, because people who's genuinely good people got good heart and good in spirit, and their fruit is behind it. I mean, it's easy to fall in love with those type of people.
And I got to give it up to my dude, Cy Harrison.
Yes, sir.
We were playing some music at the wedding,
Oh.
at the reception.
Somebody please send me that video.
And it was some rap music. Cy came out there and
Jamming.
gave it to us.
It was Dreams and
Bruh.
Nightmares.
It was Dreams and
y'all.
Nightmares by Meek Mill.
We were rapping
and
it.
Cy, he went
Yes,
in
sir.
so
Went
hard on that
in.
dance floor, bro.
I loved it.
Hey,
I love
man.
It was
every minute.
amazing. I need that
I gotta give it up to
video.
my dude for that. dog.
Okay, before we
Ashley
go,
said congratulations.
before we
Mackenzie.
go to the next video, I just want to say to this whole thing, Black women who are, because that's what this is about. So I'm about to step on some toes, and I'm sorry.
Step on them.
Stop asking why Black men don't want to be with y'all, and then when they answer, you get mad at their answer.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Can I say that?
say
You're asking, they're answering, And
you don't
whether
believe
you
them.
like it or not, that's their answer because that's how they feel. That's their truth. So don't get on here bashing.
Right.
As long as you know it's respectful, what they're saying is respectful, what we're saying is respectful, because that man, what he said was not disrespectful in any type of way.
He wasn't.
And so, and people probably gonna get on here and be like, what dad said, I don't agree with it at all. And you better keep that opinion to yourself. Anyways.
No.
You can let me know.
Because you can agree. You can
respectfully. Okay, then you can say it respectfully, but I think a lot of times they get upset at what was said. Don't ask if you don't want to answer. That's just that simple.
Yeah, I agree.
And let me go in and say this too. I know
he love this subject, y'all.
I do. Because it's a hot subject.
It is a good one.
Like my wife is the person that edifies me and pushes me and makes sure I'm great. I look good. Like she is the one. I would be completely lost without my wife. I don't even know what I'd do without her. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I really don't. She plays her role, but she is like, in return, I would give her anything in this world because she is submissive to me. She lets me make the big decision. She lets me do this. The direction of the family, she lets me take it. But it does not go without her telling me exactly what she wants to see and what she thinks should happen. But if I go against what she thinks will happen, she's still gonna roll with it. Even though, but I would always take her what she says into advisement, and probably 90% of the time gonna do exactly what she says.
That's true. He does.
Because my thing is to make her happy, right?
Yeah.
So if you see submission wrong, it's gonna look wrong. But her version of submission is almost leadership. Because she plants these seeds in my head that she'll a lot of time let me take, let me look like I did it. And I know it came from her and she pushed me to do it, but I execute it or I say it and it always, and it win. I win. And we win. Yeah. And it doesn't look anything like,
Just took our whole hour.
What you feel like how the normal person would think submission look like.
Yeah,
and the fact of the matter is, but you say that being a helpmate, that's what you said the Eve was created to be. And a lot of times men don't know how to accept the women's help. And a lot of times that's exactly what you explain is just being a help, and I'm not saying I'm perfect because y'all
don't do that.
I'm saying it, but I will say this. I'm just gonna be totally transparent. I am in a different place than I once was because I was bullheaded. I was the person when I felt like it's certain things that I want to do. I felt that that's what I was meant to do. And it was almost at the cost of my relationship. And I had to turn around and sit back and reevaluate things and really reevaluate us because along the way I lost us. And a lot of times we can take for granted who we have and who is a gift. Cause I feel like my husband is a gift to me. And sometimes we take that for granted and we feel like that person will always be there. Right. And that's not necessarily the truth because a relationship is give and take, and a relationship is compromising. And I'm not always going to get what I want, and he's not going to always get what he wants. But we have to do what's best for our home, for our family, and for each other's first and foremost. Right. And so I just want to put that out there as well. Right. So yeah,
a good movie to show submissiveness in my eyes. One of my favorite scenes of all movies is 300.
300.
When Leonidas, the Spartan, a killer, a warrior. All the ops came trying to, do what they gotta do, kill him and all that stuff. He looked at his wife, a killer, leader of the whole army, looked at his wife, a killer, and asked, "Can I kill him?"
Yeah.
Now, if that's not submissiveness from a man's point of view, asking a warrior asking his wife, she's in her little white robe, before I kill them, can I
do this? Is this a good idea?
And all she did was,
because
it was up.
Because most men value their woman's opinion. Yeah. Most men, real men, my husband, if I say something and you know how us women are, and it's like, okay, I'm just thinking and I see this and I don't like the way this is and I don't want to, and this. And he automatically go into fixing mode. I just can't, I might as well.
Don't tell me if you want me to fix it.
And I'm like, I'm just talking to
just
you.
venting
I'm
out.
not telling you to change nothing. But he's automatically in fix it and make her happy.
And that's the way they're wired.
Right. I'm wired like that.
And that's the way a lot of men are wired. And to Mackenzie's point, a lot of men are, I mean, if they truly love you and they truly want to be with you and they say that this person is the one, then we have to be careful with what we say because and do, but mainly what we say because it's gonna mess up their mental. It's gonna mess up their mental. Man. It's gonna mess up their environment.
Y'all listening to a real woman now.
It's gonna mess up a whole bunch of stuff. So it's just like, oh my gosh, should I say this to this man? I'm feeling this kind of way. I want to say it, and I'm still learning. I am still learning,
man,
y'all.
I know I got a strong black woman, so I know she gonna give me the business and tell me her point of view. Some things I ask you, don't do it in front of the fellas. Right. Don't do it in public.
Now, I ain't did that since I was a teenager.
Look. I know that. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you do that now. I'm just saying, but I know I'm gonna get it. I just ask that make me look good.
Yeah, that's all.
You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna get it behind the scenes. I know you're gonna say your piece. I know you're gonna say that. But when we get in public, sometimes let me have it, and she'll let me have it. But I'm gonna let her have it. I'm gonna do it her way most of the time. It's just like it's give and take, guys. I'm saying that. Right. I'm just saying know your roles and just kind of.
Robert, he said, "I'll make us stop doing it if it's handled incorrectly."
Right.
And then again, like I said earlier, we're talking about black women. Y'all are strong, like
real strong,
and very opinionated.
But
we're more opinionated than most.
But this is where the but comes in.
What is the but, son?
You can't be independent in a relationship.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Independent means solely relying on yourself. If you think or do those things that falls under that category, you need to wait.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's because submissive, that means I need this person and I need this person. I need them. So ain't no I am independent, but now I'm not because I need somebody.
That's right.
I have to have them now or I'm no good.
Yeah, independence is a killer in relationships.
Chelsea said the Bible says when the man finds a wife, he obtains favor. That's correct.
That's
when
right.
He finds a wife, he found a good thing and obtains favor with the Lord.
That's right.
So, and I feel like because of that, that's why the men do. They are wired to listen to their wives.
That's right.
And like not in a disrespectful manner, like Marlon said, everything handled correctly. You come behind the scenes or you voice your opinion or whatever the case may be, because they are wired. We are their favorite.
We're wired to fix it.
And that's how the relationship
But we also know that our woman is going to see some things that we don't see.
Right.
I love her discernment.
Right.
Her wisdom. And wisdom, when we talk about wisdom, they talk about it in a she form.
Proverbs, read it. Whole book.
If you read Proverbs, when they talk about wisdom, they say her.
She, her.
So when I take the counsel of my wife, because I know she's gonna see and discern some things that I might be oblivious to, and she gonna plan them and make sure I see them, and I'm gonna say, okay, you ain't let me walk into a trap, you ain't let me walk off a cliff. Thank you. And for that, she gets all my love and support till I'm out of here.
Because J. Cole did say pride is the devil.
That's right.
Yeah.
Back to what Mom's saying was how, women and how men's mental are when women say things. I think a lot of it too with women is sometimes y'all just have to pick and choose what we gonna say, what we gonna argue about. I mean, what you're gonna nitpick, because me in a job as a teacher, I can't tell on a child every day for doing the same thing. Like, I'm not gonna say your child was bad today, and then tomorrow your child was bad today. It's like you keep picking, and nothing's gonna come from that. Nothing's gonna come from that. And a lot. Also, I would like to say, like y'all said, it's everybody's looking to what they're gonna get from a relationship. You have to look at it for what can I do for this other person, not necessarily what can this other person do for me. A lot of it is that's a problem in a lot of it. So it's just like,
that's absolutely really good, because when I heard you say that, I heard like a relationship is ministry, and when you're ministering to one another,
right,
and you're in, and it's, and I said it earlier, it's constantly a give take dynamic, and you have to understand that in a relationship there's no I, it's always we.
Right.
And when I make a decision, I always have to keep my husband in mind.
Yes.
And I hope that when he make a decision, he keep me in mind, because we are in a relationship. Right. I ain't in a relationship by myself, so I can't ever just think it always have to be we.
Also, I think a lot of women too, when I don't submit to him because this happened and I said this and it didn't work out. People fail. That's not for you to point out every single time. Some people may have ideas and they don't work. Some people just need people to stick by them through those ideas. Like, I feel like I've seen a lot of women, oh, he did this and it failed. And he did, like, you keep, like I said, nitpicking. And it's just like, that's never going to set, that's going to ruin your relationship.
We're all going to promise you.
It's going to ruin it.
And I'm telling you, a lot of nations and a lot of things back in the day, when you look at, kingdoms, the king had the position, but the queen really ran it because she was the one, but he had the position and she let him have it.
Right.
But she might have run it all, really. And like when you look at Obama and Michelle, and everybody say,
perfect example.
It's a perfect example.
And they black. And black.
He said, I'm going to run for president. She probably like, oh, Lord. But that's the direction he was going to lead the family.
Right.
Everybody didn't say no. Hey, Michelle just stood behind and got her nails done and got her hair fixed. No, that woman worked. Mm-hmm. She worked the campaign trail. Yeah. She advertised. She would make sure the kids was in shape. Good. She was everywhere. She was flying here and doing all these things. It wasn't just like she said, I'm going to give him the P and I'm going to sit back and be a trophy, an arm candy for my man. No, that woman was behind the scenes working, and you saw her working and going to schools and going to places and conventions and working, and you gotta know she wasn't happy with all the directions that her man went. Not. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't want to stay at the White House. You know how many people at the White House, the custodians, the people, the cooks and everything, probably say, we got niggas in the White House, excuse my French. Cooks probably say, yeah, we got to cook a whole lot more fried chicken now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's a lot of things she probably had rather done. That she would have rather done than do that.
But she supported her man.
And she supported her man, but she didn't just sit behind and she worked.
Exactly.
And that's what you have to do.
Supported her man and allow him to have his position. And in turn, that man will do anything for her. And unlike other people, you ain't hear no scandals from him. Because he knew what type of woman he had.
Right.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? He knew what he had at the crib.
Right.
So you didn't hear his name and all this stuff that's going on in tabloids because he had a rock at the crib.
Absolutely.
And she endowed and edified that dude, and I'm gonna have to give Michelle Obama her props.
Yeah, she deserves it.
And I have my Michelle Obama, which his name is Mata Rice, doing me the same way, and I'm happy with that. Yes. And it goes down and I've seen a lot of stuff about who's the prize.
Both people.
Wait, but before we get into who's the prize, because this kind of lead into what we said, not lead into, but confirm what we said. My daughter Marielle, she said, being from a family with just girls, my dad raised me to be independent. Mackenzie teaches me daily, and I don't have to be independent. If I am submissive, he will handle everything and take care of me. And that's what a little heart.
Oh, son, that what I'm talking about, son.
He got him one, y'all.
Marielle, big up to that.
He got him one.
That's right. You got you one, son.
That's not the word. that comes with the person I am.
Me too.
I'm a working man.
Me too.
But you said that people, I'm sorry, I had to put that in there. But you said that people trying to figure out which one is the prize. I say we both the prize.
Right.
Yes.
In my eyes, she the prize. In her eyes, I'm the prize.
Right.
That's how it should be.
Right. It's a win-win.
And that's how it should be.
Because personally, I'm gonna say this. I ain't caring about no wedding, no cake.
He didn't, y'all.
No planning.
Child, no and we was up there stressing.
No honeymoon. I just wanted my wife. That's it. We could have got eloped and they could have married us. And I would have been fine. None of y'all would have seen. Y'all just saw the pictures. I just want her. And that's all I wanted.
And he
So,
telling the truth because that's all he.
Bro,
That's all he would
what?
tell me. That's all
She
he would
is-
tell me.
she
is
I
my
just want my
prize.
wife.
I'm gonna throw some pokes and
Of
things in
course
there
you
because
are.
that's what I do. And we at the end of our time, but almost
Okay.
this might end up being our next week's topic.
Dun, dun,
When I'm looking at, I saw some things that I didn't get a chance to show today, but I'll show tomorrow. You
Tomorrow?
see
Next Monday.
next Monday,
Oh, okay.
the next show.
I
Okay,
was like, we finna do a show tomorrow.
Hey.
we're talking about
Okay.
a lot of black athletes that you see are with
White
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 women
women.
or
Mhm.
other women
a lot of
than their race.
Mhm.
And I heard some comments that's going to stimulate our next show
Okay.
about,
I'm gonna love
it
this.
seems that some of them look at him like the prize. And a lot of them, when we're looking at other races, look at the man as the prize. And they'll do whatever it takes to take care of the prize.
Yes.
And in turn, the prize will take care of what's taking care of him. And I think that, and I'm seeing comments and things like that from women saying that they're the prize. So that means it often appears to be the head is the prize. You would think,
Yeah.
just logically, the head is the most. You would go into
The
a
most
situation
valuable
think it's
thing.
the most valuable, the
Right.
most valuable position to be.
Right.
Yeah.
And you would want to please the head. If I go into a job, I want to please my supervisor. If I go
The
this, I want
boss,
to please
right.
you. I don't go into a job thinking, hopefully this dude will please me. Or
Right.
hopefully this woman
Yeah.
will please me. And I think that the way we go into a relationship
Mhm.
sets the tone for the relationship.
It is very
If you
true.
feel like I'm the baddest bee in the world and I got my nails done, I'm the finest one. And at some point, if you feel like you the prize because all the men want you, obviously you feel like you the prize. And when you get the guy you want, and he has to support the prize because he got a trophy, and I got to make sure the hair's done, the nails are done. I got to make sure she got Louis Prada. I got to make sure she's in a good car. So when everybody see her, she's the prize. Everybody see her hair done, her feet done, her nails done. She got the flyest outfit on. And when she come to me to the party, everybody's envious of her because he makes her look like that. So when you see that, when you see the Instagram models and they're saying what the guy got to do to be with her, I just want to know what is she going to do to be with him because P ain't enough.
Oh, what?
And I'm just saying P ain't enough.
Hit
And I'm
the
saying that,
Hit the button.
I'm saying
They don't pay the bills.
P don't pay the bills. And rude awakening to a lot of ladies,
They don't feed you like no food.
other women got P too.
What? For
Right.
real?
And it might,
They
and,
knew
and-
that.
and
I'm
you
the
might,
only one with it.
and you might not have to buy Louis to get it.
Oh.
You might not have to do some of these
Hit
things
the
to get
prize.
it. And-
What Meek Mill say? Never trust
For some person.
for some person.
And they might be willing to, in addition to giving
Green
P,
card.
wash clothes or cook or do some things like that, read over your presentation before you go into your
Just
job and
for
stuff
sure.
like that. So I'm just saying that I know this is a conversation for another day, but
Nah, you
if
done
you
led
think
into a hot topic,
if you think
man.
that just because I give him some P, he better do this because, and I'm feeling dudes chime in. We feeling like I'm giving you D.
It's the same thing. Yes, sir.
You want to give me that
even.
vitamin D?
If you orgasming and I'm orgasming, then we both won, right?
Right. That is an even exchange.
But you feel like your P is more valuable than my D. And I'm going to just say it like that. So you feel I'm giving him this. He's supposed to do this for me. Like,
Yes, I
where they
agree
do that at?
100%. But
It's
then,
over,
but
it's
I
over.
will say to that, because since it's gonna lead into the next topic, I agree with you 100%. But a lot of women probably be like, "But y'all supposed to provide. Y'all want us to submit."
And you're also supposed to provide
Now,
things.
I'm just saying. I'm just
right?
saying. Hey, that
That's
ain't
good.
me. I'm
And
just
this
saying.
is where people get the common misconception
I'm
of
just
what
saying.
submission is.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
when you look up the Proverbs 31 woman,
correct.
what it says, she sold fine linen,
That's what
fine
she
linen
worked,
at the
yeah.
gate. So she worked.
And it also, so
But
you
she
might
made
be
him look
onto
good.
something, but you might be also onto something there too, because she said that she exalted him so that
Yes.
he can sit amongst the kings and the things of
Come
the
on,
town.
somebody.
So
Church.
It said his name was known at the gates,
At
and
the
I'm
gates.
just saying she didn't sit back and let him take care of her. She sold gate with the merchants. She made fine linen, so she wasn't just sitting back. That's why we talk about the woman that we want. When you ask a real man what type of woman he wants, we want a Proverbs woman. But in turn, we will give our lives and die for you.
Right.
But it doesn't mean like in 2024, you almost need two incomes to run this. And I want to say this before I leave. Mm-hmm. It was a time my wife was working a job, and because I'm the man and I didn't want to see her stress, her job was very stressful, very, very stressful. And I said, you know, I'd rather stress over paying all the bills and see you stressing at that job.
Yeah.
So quit. My wife was able to quit for a couple of years. She worked. She was 2 whole years. She didn't work. But then again, my wife, my Proverbs 31 woman, looked at me and said, my husband's stressing over these bills. And I know it got to be tough. She was her income stretched out past, you know, a lot of that 2 years. But she said, I'm going to get another job to help my husband. It wasn't a job. She could have got a much higher job. It was a point my wife and I were making very similar money. I might have been making a little bit more. But when I told her to stop stressing, I'll put this stress on my shoulders because I'm the head. Let me struggle and thug this thing out. It got to a point where she saw stress on my face and said, I'm going to go get me a little job. And she did that to help me.
A helpmate.
And see the big dog.
And in there, and I'm like, man, you know, that's my babes, right? So she ain't just say you supposed to provide. So, you know, if you're going to provide, then I'll submit. She worked to help me get to where we are. We can have finer things if she helped.
Right.
Could I pay for everything, but we wouldn't have the car we're driving, the type of house we have? I could pay for everything, but we won't be at the same level. We're going to take it down a notch. But my woman said, no, my husband's stressing a little bit. Let me help. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't about providing and who can provide and who can do this type of stuff.
Okay, wait. Before we end this, to go back to what Dad said about I'm just giving him the piece, so he's giving me stuff in return. What? And then y'all get mad when they think that you doing that with other people that got more money than them. And that sounds like a modern day prostitute to me.
Ooh.
Jezebel.
I'm just saying, if you're just screwing him and he's giving you stuff, that sounds like prostitution.
This, y'all. That's just
that sounds like prostitution. And
my children very wise.
And yeah.
And, Chelsea said, now she said, at this point, a lot of women just want the D and not the relationship.
You about right.
And we see that.
You are so right.
Go buy some. What do you say? Go buy some. What do you say? Go buy some.
It's all in time.
They getting worse than the freaking men. It's just like the roles are being reversed.
It's real
What's
bad.
going on?
It's real bad. But you want to be somebody's prize.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like McKenna said, if you're gonna do wild girl summer,
then do it.
Let me know.
But don't drag nobody else down with you. I agree.
Out your system,
yes.
Before you come try to make a relationship and be a wife.
Yes, I agree.
I'm gonna start saying hot girl summer, hot boy summer, detox.
If
you're in your detox phase,
everybody had a phase. Well, not everybody, but most people had a phase where they want to sow their wild oats, so to speak. And if that's the phase, if you're in your fun phase of your life, call it your fun phase of your life.
But that's not fun.
But there will become a time. There will become a time when fun is like,
fun is overrated sometimes. Yeah.
I need this.
Yeah.
I want somebody.
Because fun
you got to know that you can't take your wild boy and wild girl summer mentality into a relationship.
Right, I don't need withdrawals. So if it's gone, it's gone. Ain't no relapse. Ain't no none of that. If it's gone, I don't need to sneak back.
I agree.
All right, y'all.
Well, y'all, I know we have run this show a lot past an hour. We're at an hour and 13 minutes. So
yes, I got 3 jobs.
But I have some topics for next week that's gonna be a little more spicier even than this one. And it's gonna go into some from both sides.
Gonna ruffle some feathers.
Yeah, we're gonna ruffle some feathers next week.
I love it.
But it is what it is. That's what we're here for. But in all things, men, love your woman, treat your woman with respect. Do for her, lead her right, do the things she's supposed to do. And women, submit to your husband, edify him, push him up, lead with him, walk with him, make sure he looks good. He'll make sure you look good. and your children would know what it looks like to be in a biblical relationship. And if you don't like biblical, that's not a word you like. You're an atheist. Just a healthy,
non-toxic,
non-toxic
relationship
where there are defined roles
right
between it. So it ain't nothing wrong with defining the roles in the family.
I mean, it's roles in every aspect of
That's
our
right.
lives.
Or it's 10,000 different roles
So,
now. If you ask
it is what
Right.
it is.
But y'all, we love y'all. We thank you for your support. We thank y'all for watching. For everybody who's commented and everything.
Yes, thanks.
Go to My Turn, My Truth podcast and subscribe on YouTube.
Share.
Watch us on Facebook. We love you.
Yes.
And
we'll see y'all next week.
And we'll give a little beat to you.
If y'all want to give me some,
oh, go ahead.
If y'all want to give me some for my birthday, I want bullets. That's all I want.
What caliber?
A 9mm.
9mm.
Oh, Mama, you gotta say your part.
They not like us.
Yeah.
They not like us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
And we out. Man, that beat that ride though, something serious. They not like us. You know what I didn't do?
Wait, it's not off.
Before I end this podcast,
Oh.
let me say something. A lot of people have been saying something about my beard and stuff like that they like how my beard look and everything. I have to say I have some favorite products out there. And I want to say this. Let me find this. Let's see. But I used Opulent Essentials. This is what I use. I go online and I purchase my product and I go to Opulent Cumberland. Opulent Cumberland. That's at OPULENT Cumberland. You can go to that on Facebook or IG. And I use my girl Amanda put me on this product. It is the best product in the world. I'm serious. I got vintage suede. I have cognac and Cubans. It's a great fragrance.
Spell it again.
Opulent, OPULANT, OLENT.
Oh, Morgan put it in the
I'm putting it in the chat for you guys.
At OPULENT Cumberland, CUMBERLAND. It's an online store. I get the oil. I have the oil. And you got to treat your beard, fellas. If you're going to have a beard, man, have a nice beard. I got cherry tobacco too. But I use the oil. I got the wash. But once you wash it, you got to oil your beard to the scalp, man. Then you got to use the beard balm
Diva
and everything like that. So go to Opulent Cumberland on IG or Facebook and order your product, bruh. It's something about that thing. When the girl, my wife smell my beard sometimes, she be trying to get with me and stuff. I had to push her off and stuff like that. Y'all. But I'm talking about for a Father's Day gift, ladies. Also, when you're looking at a Father's Day gift, they got some packages and some bundles online for Father's Day. It's a great Father's Day gift. I would definitely recommend it because that's something I would actually love if I got it as a gift. Be smelling fresh and looking good, beard looking good, beard looking healthy. Yeah, I'm a beard diva.
No, you know diva, no. I don't like that.
That's what it's called.
All right, my wife don't like it. Don't sound manly.
Diva.
And see, that's one of them things. My wife speak that wisdom to me. So I'm a beard dude.
We got post-scene credits.
They not like us.
They not like us.
Opulent Cumberland, y'all.
I put it in the chat. Go click the link.
They not like us. They like us.
Oh, you messed that up.
I did. You hear that? You gonna call me out on the middle of everybody?
They not like us.
And we out, y'all.